those are two teams like between Alcorn and Prairie View that always either end up finding a way to win a close game or sometimes potentially lose a close game. Alcorn was on that losing side. So I think coming into, an important game against Alabama State, granted Alcorn's on the west, but coming into the game against an Alabama State team, they need a big performance from Aaron Allen. Now, last week against Prairie View, you could say Aaron Allen essentially had his best game against the Panthers secondary. He threw for 26 of 37 passes, 287 yards, and 2 scores. So knowing that while Alcorn is more of a predominantly running team, like to have an Aaron Allen performance like that last week, it would really help them to duplicate that performance next week or on Saturday against Alabama State. And then also being the fact that he has some really good weapons on the perimeter to get the ball to, like a Malik Rogers and a Tavarius Griffin. But as I just alluded to, the biggest playmaker for Alcorn is Jarvion Howard. Like last week, he had 13 carries for 41 yards. I'm going to need that to get a little bit higher. Like this is a guy that they can run between the tackles. He can get on the outside. This is a guy that can be a dynamic playmaker. More so from a defensive standpoint for Alcorn, they have to be prepared for 2 quarterbacks. You have to be prepared for Damon Stewart and D. Davis. We know what D. Davis can do. He's a dual threat quarterback. Damon Stewart is the better passer from what we've seen. So you have to be prepared to stop either one of them. And what I mean by that too is being prepared to get stops on the run and pass on third downs. Like one thing that Coach said from Alcorn, he said that, the Braves weren't as physical as he wanted them to be last week. When you play Alabama State, this is a very physical team on offense and defense. I mean, shout out to the coach at Alabama State, Eddie Robertson Jr. He was a physical player when he played. So, of course, his players are going to be that way. So, you have to get prepared for a physical matchup. And then also being better on third downs. Last week, they were 4 of 12. Can't do that against Alabama State. You have to be prepared. And if they want to get this win against the Hornets, they have to do these particular things.